Hi, thank you. Sorry, I'm standing behind the curtain. I'm Steve Sust. I'm one of the Child Psychiatry Fellows here at Stanford. And while Dr. Who is getting prepared, I was just going to let you know that our first skit is going to be You Should Have Studied. Okay, good, you guys heard. All right, so when I say action, they're going to start, and then I'm going to step out of the way. And action.
Hurry up, your breakfast is getting cold.
Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed.
Really? Why?
I had this huge math test today and I didn't study.
Well, then you should have studied.
I'll talk to you after school.
Okay. This is probably a good time to take a time out. Let's come on back. Okay. So, Mom, what happened?
I don't know. I tried to help. I said, what did I say? She never tells me anything.
Well, it's difficult for me to talk to my mom when I'm stressed out and just for her to give me criticism that doesn't really help me progress forward with, I didn't study so I wasn't prepared, but having her say that to me doesn't help me and it doesn't make me want to talk to her about what I'm feeling.
She didn't even have breakfast. Now I'm gonna worry all day about she'll fail the test. And okay, I know what I said. I said you should have studied, and then she went out, but I'm her mother. I'm supposed to give her advice, right? What could I have done differently?
Well, I think it's great that you wanted to give her advice, and I think that's fantastic. I think one of the problems we're running into is that giving her the advice now, when she really can't study as much, is going to be a problem. And so maybe it would be better to save it for a little bit later. And I was thinking if we were to save it later, it'd be nice to see what happens. So fortunately, we're in this make-believe world and we can actually rewind and replay. So why don't we try that?
I wish we could do this in real life, but okay.
And action.
Hurry up, your breakfast is getting cold.
Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed.
Really? Why?
I had this huge math test today and I didn't study.
Oh no. Well, here, have some egg. It has protein.
That's not going to help, I'm doomed.
I'm sorry. What do you think happened?
I don't even know.
Maybe you fell behind after that robotics thing.
I'm not stopping that. That's the only thing I like right now.
Okay, I know how much you like it, but what do you think would help right now?
I don't know. Going back in time.
That would be nice. I'd like that too sometimes. Well, listen, do your best. It might not be as bad as what you think, and when you get home, you tell me all about it, okay? Tell me how it went.
Okay, thanks, Mom.
Okay, let's freeze there. Come on back.
So we can answer some questions now. The skits will get longer. We started from easy, and they'll get more difficult. But this is one that when I tried to bring in the Palo Alto High School students, one of the girls turned to her mom and said, oh my God, this happened to us just this morning. So it's based on real life. So you can ask questions now if you want. We can keep going, no pressure. But any comments on how it went differently between the first time and the second time? When I say, well, you should have studied, she couldn't take that advice right then. So I meant it to be helpful, but, it wasn't. And so by doing something that was, I hope, comforting, letting her know that when she comes home, I'm happy to talk about it, I hope that went better.
The timing of things can be really critical.
The timing of things is very critical.
And again, everybody is good, well-intentioned.
I was just going to have a comment that I heard that it's important when you talk to people not to say something positive, but. And I was wondering what you thought of that. I did hear you say the word but then you kind of saved yourself by saying, but I want you to tell me all about it. So it was positive.
I see. Okay, so I did say maybe it won't be so bad, but like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. A long time ago, people told me that when you give feedback, you're supposed to give a feedback sandwich, something positive, something negative, and something positive. And I remember trying that, and it never worked because people started expecting it. So at work, I would be like, you know, you talked very nicely to this patient, but what you told her was wrong. So I think you're a very nice young man, and that didn't work. So instead, I think you'll notice that we don't have necessarily perfect conversation in here. So I think probably you picked up on something that wasn't quite right, but still maybe salvageable. So we want the parents here to have different options, but we're not saying that there's only one way of doing things, because for heaven's sake, we know that there's more than one way to do things. Okay, so our next, is Jason here? Excellent, okay. So our next skit is Awkward Hug, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So be it.